Here are the nominees: The Artist, Drive, Hugo, Senna, and Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy.
And the BAFTA is awarded to Senna.
Good evening. I would very much like to thank Manish, Asif, James, working title, but most of all I'd like to thank Ayrton Senna, because having the opportunity to go racing with him for a year was an incredible privilege. Thank you very much.
I have a confession to make. I loathe Formula One. And so to be faced with 5,000 hours of that when I first came to work on the film wasn't exactly an enticing prospect. But I'm very pleased that Gregers and I and everybody involved in it was able to find the story of that brilliant, charming, brave man and share it with everybody who so enjoyed the film. Thank you very much.
Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
Best editing for Senna. Were you amazed that this story could be told purely in archive footage? Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, that was always going to be the challenge of this, that when the decision was made not to go to interviews that were shot now, but to just tell it through the archive, it was an enormous challenge, wasn't it? And Greer spent a whole year just going through, I mean, thousands and thousands of hours of stuff to try and find his story within it.
But I think not going to interviews and not doing the documentary in a traditional way was actually something that Asif and I were discussing for a while, because we wanted to put a visual identity to the film, because we felt that it was not enough just to go the usual way. So there was that consideration, and it was very much a design consideration, not because it's more convenient. If you get me.
I can imagine it wasn't more convenient.
It was a very, very strong design consideration in a way that you normally only do on features, dramatic features, and we tried to use some of those ideas on a documentary.
Inspired though, because it really, really did work. It was quite incredible, because that was quite a brave decision to make, wasn't it, I think?
Well, it was, and there was a lot of pressure from studios and so on to actually go be a bit traditional, and why don't we try to see with some talking heads and stuff. And there was a fight that was going on for a long time. That was not the only fight that was going on, but it was one of the big ones. Okay. And Asif and I were very clear that that was the way we wanted the film to look.
Was there one particular piece of footage that was sort of like finding gold? One particular clip that you found?
Yes. When you see him as a young kid in the black kind of leather racing suit with a yellow stripe, with a little cardboard sign saying Brazil. Yeah. When we saw that, we knew we had that was fantastic. We knew we had an opening, and what was even as important was the ending, was called the coda, which everybody was going, you know, how are you going to end this film, how are you going to end this film? And then you get to him being asked, who was the best driver you ever raced against? Was it Mans or was it Prost? Who was? And he says, oh no, Fullerton. Yeah. And that moment there was just fantastic, because it brought us back to pure racing.
And there you have the full story.
You have
absolutely fantastic. You'll set me off. I get really emotional when I talk about it, because and it's so wonderful. It's done so well. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Have an amazing night.
We will.
Yeah. Thank you for talking to us.
Bye.
Thank you.